गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। 45th श्लोक, page 113। शास्त्राण्यधीत्य मेधावी अभ्यस्य च पुनः पुनः परमं ब्रह्म विज्ञाय उल्कावत्तान्यथोत्सृजेत्। ग्रन्थम् अभ्यस्य मेधावी ज्ञानविज्ञानतत्परः पलालमिव धान्यार्थी त्यजेद्ग्रन्थमशेषतः। तमेव धीरो विज्ञाय प्रज्ञां कुर्वीत ब्राह्मणः। नानुध्यायाद्महुं शब्दान् वाचो विक्लापनं हि तत्। तमेवैकं विजानीत यन्या वाचो विमुञ्चत। Who said vimunchata? It is not vimunchata, be careful. तमेवैकं विजानीथ यन्या वाचो विमुञ्चत. It is hard. Be careful. You don't have book or what? What happened? You don't have book. Look, book went away. Therefore, you are not able to chant. He anya, not anya. He anya. How? तमेवैकं विजानीत यन्या वाचो विमुञ्चत यच्छेद्वाङ्मनसि प्राज्ञः इत्याद्याश्रुतयः स्फुटाः इत्याद्याश्रुतयः स्फुटाः. We had seen that the creation of God is not a problem. Problem is that in the creation of God, we create our own mental zone, which is not God-friendly thought. And the creation of God, we misuse it to get bound by it. Not that creation of God or Ishwar Srishti is binding us, but our wrong notions and unhealthy thoughts have the capacity to tie us. Mentally, I have made some kind of relation with certain people or object or emotions in this world. That mental unhealthy relation, which has the non-conclusive or non-quietening thought. The thought does not conclude in self. Wherever you have unhealthy relation, there is unending diversified thoughts and diversified disturbing, distracting thoughts, which loot my capacity to go within and meditate on myself. Moment you have a healthy relation, the thought of the object or a topic gets over. This is a sign of healthy relation. That thought are conclusive in God or self. And after the thought of the topic or the person or the situation concludes in God or self, that is called, after that you are quiet and mentally free from that person's thought. Every healthy relation makes you mentally free and mentally stronger also. And ultimately, you are able to use the same time in understanding the purpose of the Jeev Srishti or the purpose of the human birth. But when you don't have the thoughts, we have become expert in binding ourselves. So we keep on weaving the thought, and the topic of the thought, person's thought, is so much in the mind that it will distract you from the present duty, or it will distract you from knowing the purpose of the Lord's creation. This way, I will get in my own cocoon, and nobody has such thought about that person as I have because of my relation. This is where Jeev Srishti becomes active. As I am entertaining the thought about any situation or a person or an incident, nobody in the world has the similar kind of relation and thought as I have made. And ultimately, I am in my own mind, I am suffering silently but intensely and depriving to serve the Lord with the thought. Yesterday you heard about Shiv Manas Puja, how the thoughts are offered. 7 kind of first slok, 7 kind of attitudes are offered. So I don't have that attitude to offer. I am an unofferable thought is there. Anything unoffered which does not leave your mind other than God, it will choke you. It will strangulate you. It will make you a bird in the cage. You will never be happy with those thoughts. You will never be flying high in your life with those thoughts. And therefore, Jeev Srishti was mentioned. I may put myself as a happy person, or I may act to be happy, but acting is very external and thoughts are very internal. So there are 2 kinds of Jeev Dvait. One is called Shastriya Jeev Dvait, other is called Ashastriya Jeev Dvait. To get out of this mesh that I have created in my mind, I am repeating it with respect to any person, with respect to situation, with respect to any incident. I mean, one small part of the world which I have made unhealthy relation. From unhealthy relation and ignorant relation, fearful relation, anxiety giving relation, ego boosting relation, or preserving my wrong identity relation, or the insecure self relation. When you go to that which is going to make you a healthy relation, that is called Shastriya Dvait. So it will be, I'm not saying go for unrelation, no relation. Go from unhealthy to healthy relation. Healthy relation is the one through which you feel freer, through which you feel more stronger, through which you feel knowledgeable, through which you feel fearless, through which you feel one who has a self-confidence. So convert it into a healthy relation. And this is called, you are taking support from three areas called Ishwar, Shastra and Guru. If you bring in Ishwar before every unhealthy relation with a person, then you can defang your personality. So Karma Yoga is a process to defang your strong opinions about certain person or a situation. So you are using the Ishwar to defang the worldliness in me. You are using the Shastra and Guru to understand the meaning of Sagun Sakar, Sagun Nirakar Ishwar as well. And ultimately, you have the guts that you are now in the Vedantic corridor. And in that corridor, you go from Shravan Manan, you have heard sufficiently, you have become quiet, you can live in solitude, you have no pressures in the mind, there is no jealousies, there is no arrogance, and you are a high-class student of meditation, which is mentioned in 45th verse, 46th verse as Medhavi, and in 47th verse as Brahmana and Dhira. This student of meditation, he is now practicing the mental rewinding the tape of listening without any external aid. He is bringing back the thought of the teacher alone in his mind and getting the solutions of the world of sorrow and joy, not by changing the situation, but by removing the mental duality, by stripping the world of its Satya Buddhi. So he has already known it, but he has not revised it. This mental revision, mental rewinding, mental revealing, mental realizing, all alone, without the help of the teacher. Meditation, you should not take help of anybody. It will become listening then. Listening and reflection, you can take help. But meditation is for self-realization. So meditation is to revise what you have heard. Why you are alone? Because when you do it alone, your impression will be deeper on the same subject. When I am listening, so I am listening sometime intensely, sometime less intensely. So subject doesn't impress as much as when I am meditating. Meditation is for what? It is for changing your vasanas of the body and the world. Meditation is to take away the thought of reality of the world. Already I know how it is unreal, but my vasanas are still that, it still appears as it real. So meditation is the process through which you are tackling your instinctive life, vasana life. The Shravanam tackles your ignorance. The reflection tackles your doubts. But the meditation, you are already doubtless. You are already knowing, but I am not able to be the knowledge. Why? Because of my earlier practices. So to tackle my earlier practices, I go into the life of self-repeating. I repeat. I am able to now get my solutions. That is called meditation. And when such a person who is a student of meditation, now again to go back to the books and read a lot, So this is where the scriptures are not encouraging that. And yesterday you heard that like the one who harvests the rice, after that he takes the rice and throws the husk. Similarly, he is now not too much into the reading portion or too much into the interactive life is not there. And 47th verse is from Brihadaranyaka, Nanudhyayat bahun shabdan. Now, because your problem is not of understanding, so don't try to understand. You have already convinced. Your problem is that it is not, your vasanas are a problem. You treat the problem where it is. When your vasanas are a problem and you are understanding it, try to go one step further and leave aside all other knowledges like tark, like grammar, like mimansa, etc. Don't try to read one book after other book. There is no end to it. You can keep on reading, keep on writing, keep on that. So here it is said, Nanudhyayan bahun shabdan vacho viglapanam hitat. For what you are qualified, now do that sadhana. A higher qualified person should not do underqualified sadhana. You are clear now. So why you are again beating around the bush? Again you are thinking. Now try to get the solution of sorrow and joy. See where you are caught up, where you are entangled. Understood, no? He has no problem of say action binding. He has no problem of mind flickering. So he has already come to a certain level and still he is now going to the books and reading. It's a big addiction. Reading is a big addiction. Writing is an addiction. So you transcend that addiction and focus your time, because you have a limited time, in your removing the deha vasana and removing the satyatva vasana of the world. Tackle that the world is real and tackle another vasana called I am the body or I am body mind. So that I which is identified with the body mind, tackle that, and the sense of reality in the world, tackle that. And third thing is try to realize that I am the infinite. Use all your energy now in impressing only with this knowledge. Impressing with this knowledge rather than again trying to work. So you don't go extrovert, you don't go again, you go more inside yourself where problems are. Because you have no other problem. I hope you are understanding. And therefore, these words are said. Some people keep on listening whole life. They understand, but still their reactions are same. Their attitude is same. That means they have not pinpointed and done the sadhana where it was required. Something was wrong. Now it is said here, 48 shlok you see, Tamevaikam vijanitha, tam ev ekam. This is 48 verse. This is from Mundaka Upanishad actually. This is called Yasmindyau Prithvi Chantariksham Otam Manasa Pranaischa Sarvaihi Tamevaikam Janata Atmanam Anyo Vacho Vimunchata Amrita Seisha Setu. It is said there, know that only. Know that only. Tam ev ekam. Know that. Anya vacho. Anyaha vacho means all other things you should be leaving now. Don't talk on other issues. Asupte amrite kale nayet vedan chintaya dadyan anavasaram kinchit kamadina manakapi. So for such a high class student who doesn't have problem of rag dvesh, who doesn't have problem of mind flickering, who doesn't have problem of I don't know what is the meaning of Atma Brahman, who doesn't have problem of doubt. He has transcended 4 areas. But still in him, still for him world appears real, body appears real. Still he feels I am a human being. Feel, not an, although his knowledge is something else. That means his previous birth vasana is active. It is active. And now you have to de-vasanize that. You have to eradicate that vasana. Eradicate that vasana. Like then the girl is unmarried, so you ask, who are you? She will say, my name is say Shanti. Who you are? So she will say, I am the daughter of Mr. S. Kumar, Sushil Kumar. Acha? Yes. You're daughter of this? Yes, he is my father. Same girl after the marriage. So what is your name? Shanti Kumar. Acha. After she got married, now her introduction takes time to change. Her surname changes. Her identity changes. Now after few years of the marriage, 5 years, somebody asks, who are you? She will not say, I am the daughter of S. Kumar. She should not. And that time she will say, I am the wife of Mr. Ravish, or I am the wife of Mr. Nancy. So I am the wife of that. So this is a change of vasana about herself. Samajh rahe ho? Then supposing she gets a child and child is very brilliant, and when she goes to the school to get the award ceremony, now somebody asks, who are you? Now she will say, I am the mother of Tinkesh. So that is there. Tinkesh is the son's name. Only he is the one who got the award. Yes, I am his mother. So वासना बदल गई अपनी. वासना बदल गई. हाँ. And supposing after 55, 60, she comes in the ashram and lives in the ashram. And now somebody asks in the ashram, or she takes to sannyas marg, who are you? Then she will say, my name is Shanti Chaitanya. Acha. And who are you? My guru is there. She will not define by your father. Who's your guru? My guru's name is Swami Narayananand Saraswati. What's Narayananand Saraswati? Yes. अब देखो अपनी वासना बदल गई. So you are from Narayananand? Yes. My guru is Narayananand. Now she will not define herself by that. So when like you have become brahmacharni, those who have become, now your vasana and your introduction in your eyes has changed. If somebody asks, who are you? You will give your name. I am brahmacharni, Garbad Chaitanya. Or that brahmacharni, I am there. You will not define by your previous name and previous father, mother's name. Your introduction has undergone a transformation. Imagine before becoming, if somebody had called you brahmachari, brahmacharni, you will never identify with that. But after getting the name, after getting the form, clothes, your previous identity has become weaker. That I am working, I am a girl, I am a daughter, I am a son. Rather, this has. So, Vasana has changed. So, Vasana changing regarding definition of I as infinite, limitless self and definition of world which is unreal, this Vasana changer is meditation. Shravan is not Vasana changer. Shravan is ignorance remover. But Vasana changer which is there. If you don't have Vasana, then there is no question. Then by Shravan only you will have knowledge. But because I had lived another life and I have lot of Vasanas, and therefore there you need a heavy meditation now. You should now, from the man of listening, you have to now grow to man of meditating. Please don't think I'm like that. Don't think, don't have a wrong conclusion about yourself. Some people have some wrong conclusions. One person went to Swami Abhedananda. He said, well, Swamiji, I feel I am Brahman, I am limitless, I have known the self. I feel I have known the self, and therefore I don't need, as it is said, to go through karma yoga, etc., upasana, etc. So Swamiji said, during sadhana, such illusions come. साधना के समय ऐसे भ्रम हो जाते हैं. अभी आप कर्मयोग के ही छात्र हैं. You are a student of कर्मयोग because you have anger, you have jealousies, you have sorrow. Somebody's behavior influences you. That means you are karma phal bhokta. You are talking and listening Vedanta doesn't mean that you are a Vedantin. Because I attend law class doesn't mean I am a lawyer. Because your mind is still at the KG level, although you are attending class of higher class. Because you have anger, because you have jealousies, because you have desire and passion, because you have inferiority or superiority complex, because you compare yourself with somebody, all these things tell you have not even passed Karma Yoga class. Simple. Oh, so sad. No, sad or bad, whatever you say. It depends on what you have done in the past. Accordingly, your class is decided. So just by listening or writing notes, etc., doesn't make you Vedantin. Oh, understood, no? So don't have an illusion that I am also living, I will go for meditation now. You are not fit for that. If you go to solitude, you will go crazy. All people who live in solitude who are not prepared, they become very negative. Solitude is very difficult to digest. It is not child's play. You have to have lot of sadhana to go into solitude. Because what will happen when you are all alone? All negative thoughts will start coming. What negative thoughts you have of XYZ issues, that will come and you will enlarge. And a very distorted and bitter personality will come out of solitude. It is more a solitary jail rather than it is a sadhana. Understood, no? So don't have that notion. So tame vaikam vijanitha yanya vacho vimunchata. Know that alone. Second line. Yached vang manasi pragyaha ityadyaha shrutayah sputaha. Clearly these shruti, this is from Mundaka Upanishad. Yached vang manasi pragyaha. Kathopanishad, sorry. Yached vang manasi pradya tad yached jnanatmi jnanatmani mahati niyached tad yached shantatmani. This is, you go more deeper, 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 deeper. Now this is about Shastri Dvait. Now is about Ashastri Dvait, which is anti-scriptural Jeev Dvait. What is said? 49th verse. Ashastriyam api dvaitam tivram mandamiti dvidha कामक्रोधादिकं तीव्रम् मनोराज्यं तथेतरत्. Ashastriyam Dvaitam. This is anti-scriptural duality. It is Dvidha, Dvaitam. Dvidha means two kinds. It is of two kinds. What are those two kinds? Tivram and Mandam. One is very Tivra, violent. And Mandam means slow and dull. Slow and dull. So two kinds of dualities are there. One is violent, other is dull and slow. What is violent? Second line. Kam krodhadikam tivram. So there is a kam krodhadi. So there is a personality which is high speed, non-controllable thoughts of anger, passion, jealousy, pride. High speed, uncontrollable, unregulatable thoughts resulting in transgression of dharma. Well, again say, my speed is slow. It is high speed, uncontrolled, unregulated, anti-scriptural, anti-God, anti-Guru thoughts. Well, let's say one thing I have to put now. I did not write anti-Guru, anti-God, etc. It is anti-handwriting talk. It is high speed, erratic word also has come. Why first you decide what is there. It is high speed, erratic, illogical, uncertain. Well, why you are troubling me already? I am troubled by many things. High speed, erratic, illogical, uncertain thoughts, uncontrollable, unregulatable, anti-scriptural, anti-God, anti-Guru, anti-conscience, anti-purification, resulting in breach of dharma. Very this is anti, this is the thought is there. I'm just giving you a sample. I got scared, what happened? So, Nick, throw this mic up. So this is Kam Krodhadikam Tivram. It can be calm, thought of passion. It can be thought of jealousies. It can be thought of anger. It can be thought of pride. I'm very good. Nobody is good than me. Therefore, I neglect everybody. He is like a, what is it called? Not dust fly. He is like a house fly. So, Kam Krodh Adhikam Tivram. Where, now note that, where you are not listening to somebody. Your listening capacity is dead. You are a bad listener. You are non-explainable person. Not that nobody explains you, but you are non-explainable. Nobody can explain to you. You are deaf. तुमको समझाया नहीं जा सकता ज्यादा. You don't hear it like Ravana was there. Understood, no? It's difficult to stop that high frequency thought. So, kam krodadikam tivram. This is one. Bapre. Acha. Divdvait. Ashastriyam is called off. Please note, he is a seeker. Interesting thing is this. Otherwise, why will he tell? The one who is not a seeker, he won't read Panchadashi. He is seeker. But very low class. Second is dull manorajyam. Daydreaming is there. Manorajyam. He is not having violent thought. Some people are pure, but very fickle. The mind is running in 10 directions. Other class is not having what is it called, very violent thoughts or very uncontrollable thoughts. But when they cannot sit in meditation because their mind runs havoc. 1,000 areas the thought goes away. So, kam krodadikam tivram manorajyam tatha itarat dvaitam. So these are two kind of dualities. Ashastriyam. Now what shall we do? I hope you are understanding this point. Now what shall we do? 50th verse. Ubhayam tattva bodhat prang nivaryam bodha siddhaye shama samahitatvam cha sadhaneshu shrutam yataha. Ubhayam means both. Both means Tivra and Mand. Violent and dull one also. Both has to be tackled, nivaryam, removed, diluted. When both siddhaye prang, before the knowledge of the self. Achha, how to do that? So, it is written here, second line, shamaha. You practice shamaha. So, the tivra ashastri dvayat is called mal, which goes by karma yoga. And the mand shastri dvayat is called vikshep, which goes by upasana. So, when you have done both the courses, course in Karma Yoga and course in Upasana, then you can be fit student for going into the knowledge of the self. Why? Please get my point. What Tivra Shastri Dvait does, it puts lot of sense of joy in a particular object or a situation or a person. So mind is extremely extrovert. And there is a lot of thoughts on the sense of object outside the world. And here the challenge is you have to see the thought. But when I am too attached, I have no capacity to see the thought. I am more in a rush or in a hurry to fulfill my desire or to think about whom I hate or to think about my success. So you are so much outside that you will have no time and energy and capacity left to see the thought. To see the thought, you should be dispassionate from the world and the object of thought. Supposing gulab jamun is there, you like a lot. And I see, what is there? Gulab jamun is there. Gulab jamun is there. No, is it a thought of gulab jamun or gulab jamun? Because gulab jamun cannot be found without the thought as per vritti vyapti. And therefore, I'll keep gulab jamun in front of you And at that time I'll ask you, please see the thought of gulab jamun. This is false. बोले फॉल्स हो खा के हम खत्म करें फॉल्स इसकी बात कर रहे हैं let us eat first let us enjoy Vedanta will get later on also gulab jamun will somebody else will take it because you have a strong attachment with that and therefore you cannot see the thought because you are too much occupied by that object. So what Tivra Dvait does, it throws you in the world, takes you the capacity of objectification of issue or a person. You start enjoying a lot, you start suffering a lot so much that you have no capacity to go to seer and see that this is false. False. I am too much running or chasing something, and therefore I am not qualified at all to know in the Vedantic self because you are in your mental problem right now. Therefore, sometimes people come and sit, they cannot focus at all because their mind is somewhere else. How will you put yourself there? Understanding ना अब उस आदमी उस व्यक्ति से थॉट ही नहीं जा रहा हमारा. आई एम सो ग्रॉस इनसाइड माई माइंड. And it needs that mentally you leave the object of thought, you come to thought, then you leave the thought and see the thought. Then you see the seer is Brahman. It's a subtle thing. It's a very, very subtle aspect. It is not a child's play. I hope you are appreciating. It's not that I can understand, I can talk on Vedanta, I can write a book on Vedanta. All very easy. But to have this passion that he has insulted doesn't matter. Insult is not very big thing. Or he has honored me, doesn't matter. I have offered the honor to Lord. And that requires years of Karma Yoga sadhana. You tackle Tivra Jeev Dvait by Karma Yoga sadhana, where you are bringing again and again Lord and using the Lord to dilute your enjoyership. Well, Bhagavan has given this, I am accepting it. It's fine. This praise was for Lord. He is very good. I welcome that. Bhagavan is very good in him. I accept. Everywhere you bring God, your Ishta Devata, and free yourself from developing a special relationship with anybody in this world, positive or negative. Because where you start enjoying X person or suffering from X person a lot, there you develop a special relationship. That is the tumor of your brain, of your mind. And from that special enjoyer and sufferer, slowly you will thought of sorrow, anger or happiness will automatically come, and that thing or a person or a issue will pervade your mind more or less. You are clouded by that. Nothing is happening outside. Nothing is happening outside. I hope you all understand. Very well, I am understanding more than Vedanta, I am understanding this thing. When you are in the colleges also, so they were filling the forms. So one girl was there. So she said, please, can you lend me your pen, please? So yes. She gave the pen. So she filled the form and gave the pen back to that boy. Now that boy, so that pen has become Ishta now. So he is smelling, what a nice fragrance is there. Wow, I think she liked me. I said, she does not like you at all. You wanted pen, that's it. Finish the talk. No, she likes me. You don't come between us. No, I am not coming between you. But she does not like you at all. Tomorrow I will present new pen to her. and I'll also give one flower. And along with the flower, I will give one card. I said, card? What is card? Only card, just a card. Wish you all the best. I love you card I cannot give. It's too early. But I can start with this wish you card. Next day he goes with lot of, imaginations. That girl did not think at all. He goes with the card and with the flower pen. Well, this is for you. Well, thank you, I have my pen today. And she took the flower. Flower she gave to somebody else. Take this. And card she's using as a bookmark. She's putting it. She's not seeing also. Again this boy goes. This is what we do. Where from you are enjoying, that person sometimes doesn't know. He has no interest. And where from you are suffering, that person also is not interested that you are suffering. Doesn't matter. You are in your own imagination. And there you bring Ishwar, Bhagwan. All enjoyments are yours. I don't want anything. And therefore, I am not interested. Only in God in my goal. Doesn't matter. Everybody I do namaskar in my life. Acha, I am the servant of all. Everybody is there. Siya Ram mein subject jani. This is how you get out of your attracting and repulsive personalities or competitive personality. You have no attraction, no repulsion. But he troubled you. It was my prarabdha, God make me prasad. But he is going ahead of you. He should go ahead. He is definitely better than me. He should get more. He has done better karma than me. There is no two opinion about that. Bhagwan ka roop, he is the form of my Krishna, of my Ram. Although mind won't agree, but you repeat it. Here is where bhakti helps you to dilute it. If you don't have bhakti, where will you bring the sweet thoughts to make yourself quieter? You have no quietening thought. You are more attracted to God than to the person. This is shamaha. And you do it for once, twice, thrice, 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, 200 times. You have to deliberate. It's a deliberate action. It is not natural. It is not natural for me to sing it's a prasad. It's not natural for me to think that whole world is better or I am meant to serve everybody. It's not natural initially, I am repeating it. It's a deliberate, forcefully you have to think. Working forcefully is easier than thinking forcefully. It is right thinking, I have to force myself to think. Acha? Haan. Therefore I say karma. They say karma yoga bada easy hai. Easy kuch nahi hai karma yoga. It is not easy at all. Why? Because, we work under pressure outside. I have to go to the office, I go there. I go there in the office. I have to go to the bookshop today. I have to go to the market. I know vegetables are all over. I know clothes are over. I have to wash the clothes. But in my mental zone, there is no pressure. That nobody is forcing from inside, think like that. Change attitude. You have all your ruts and your tracks are there. So you are not forced to think at that time. You yourself should be sincere that you create the urgency in your mind. And therefore progress is very slow. Why? Because you don't force yourself on a certain issues. Some people there in the morning they won't get unless there is a force of the pressure of bathroom there. And sometime they go to the washroom, again they come and sleep in the bed. Again they will get when they have to go. My point is, on the Sunday they will be sleeping. We work under pressures. We don't work without pressure. If I am not there, there is no pressure to come to the temple. You see who will come. अपना आराम से लोग आएंगे झूमते झामते. In the house, you won't go and read every day morning Vedanta. No pressure is there. And that is pressure is required. You will not get up only on time. But when you yourself develop a mental, positive, divine pressure to remove the wrong pressure, then only you become good seeker. You don't agree with your mind. No, I don't agree. But I'm enjoying. You should not have enjoyed. You are a fool. Why? Because this thing belongs to God. How can you enjoy God? God's thing. You have to give to God. Enjoy God, not the thing. Enjoy God here. Why you are enjoying God's thing? It is His. Why you are getting so angry? Why are you getting so? Why? It is the God's way. I accept it. This is where good seeker comes. When he himself, out of his will, creates an internal, divine, godly, positive pressure to remove the negative pressures. He himself, out of his own sadhana and pain. Nobody is looking in your mind all the time. And nobody can see your mind too much. And good they don't see your mind, it's so not great. Only God sees. But when you see your mind, you are no, I don't want this thought. I want that thought. Why thought आ रहा है? Was not a better thought. I want a better experience. यही seeker का difference हो जाता है. Seeker to seeker is different because one seeker is accepting his mental enjoyership, sufferership. Other seeker doesn't accept it. This is nothing doing. You should not have thought like that. I am not the enjoyer. I cannot hate anybody. Adveshta sarvbhuta na maitra karuna evcha. Geyas nitya sannyasiyo na dveshti na kangshati. Yadricha labh santushta dvandva tito vimatsara. This is a sign of a great person is there. I cannot be competitor. I cannot be hater. I cannot be liker. Acha, you do anything, you cannot think like that. No way you can think like that. You are wrong. Learn to disagree with your mind. Learn to say no to your thoughts. Because the speed is so high, and this practice, you use the world, you use the people, you use action, and this is called Karma Yoga Sadhana, where you convert what you receive, you convert into prasad. And what you transmit, you convert into God's reaction. And what you receive, you convert into God's gift. And what people are there, they are God's people. I'm not from my ego. I have learned or I'm practicing to drop, to see from my wrong vision, colored vision, wrong vision, tainted vision from my egocentric ways and attachment, my son, my daughter. I have a godly eyes now. I develop a godly attitude now. I hope you're understanding. Huh? This is called Karma Yoga Sadhana. And after practicing for 1 year, 2 years, depend how much you have to clear up. For some it is very nice. From deliberate, you become spontaneous, effortless. For some people, it is effortless. For them, it is not at all difficult. It is effortless. Some people love to be, to give place to others. Love. Some people cannot say, my place has gone away. I told about Odi Baba, there's a congregation of saints. So the one who sits on the right is always bigger saint. So they put Baba's seat on the top. The Sanatan Dharmi, Arya Samaji scheme, they got upset. He said, no, our Swamiji will be sitting here. Jhagda ho gaya. Other said, he said, I will be sitting there. Baba is standing there. They were fighting and fighting. Ultimately, he left the place. An audience there. They said, Baba is not. And he's in the audience, he's sitting somewhere in meditation. ऐसे बैठे थे. Siddhasan used to sit. Not a single ripple of anger reaction. They said, Baba, you're sitting there, we have got your seat. Where your mind sits is more important. हम नीचे बैठ जाएंगे, उनको ऊपर बैठने दो. वो महामंडलेश्वर हैं. ऐसे बोलते थे कि he is महामंडलेश्वर. उनको ऊपर बैठने दो. Let him sit on the top. हम तो ऐसे ही हैं. Somebody came and started talking in Sanskrit. He said, yes, you talk very good Sanskrit. I don't know Hindi also. ऐसे बोलते थे. Everywhere trying to put him at a lower level. ये आदत थी. It became his second nature. It became his spontaneous. For others, he has to practice it. Somebody shouting and not getting angry. It has become a nature. Not that he has to practice it. So mind is quiet. Best food you keep around him, he will have no taste. One day one sag was distributed, sag, herbs, and there was no salt in it. Around 20-50 people were there, saints. So somebody said, "Bhai, namak to de dena." He saw, gone. Nobody asked after that. बोले जो मिला चुपचाप खाओ. उन लोग ट्यून करते हैं माइंड को, ये साध लेते हैं. Like, those who sing every day, they practice it, they do riyaz. They try to train their throat and their vocal cord. They train it. It is not natural. So, moment a person sings, I can make it out. He practices, he doesn't practice. This much I can easily make it out. Although I have no singing sanskar. Those who play sitar, etc. Their hands cut sometimes. Their hands get cut. But they practice it. Usko sadhana padta hai. Those who are dancers, there is a particular way of moving the feet or the hands. It is not naturally, it won't come initially. You have to practice it. Practice it. And you can make it out whether you practices or not. Uchal kood kar rahe hain bas. इसको नहीं आता, ठीक से नहीं सीखा इसने. His finger didn't go like this exactly. ऐसे नहीं किया उसने. It has to go like ऐसे ऐसे कर दिया कुछ. Create pressure inside. Be non-tolerant towards your negativity. Don't agree. Don't say yes inside. I don't like him. You should not have thought. It was better if you had not this thought. You would have been much happier today. You could have served God more. I like him a lot. This thought should not have been there. Everybody belongs to God only. You should not have got so attracted to somebody. God only knows. He only is there for everybody. There is no one much more greater, beautiful, wonderful, good, better, best than the God in this world. Every night you hear this. How come you are attracted? Tumko sharam nahi aati? Are you not ashamed? In Durban you are there, in Estin you have no shame. Shame. Moment you don't agree, 50% power goes away of the thought. Thought will be there, but it will not have veto power. Thought will come, I don't agree. कितनी तुम्हें साधना बाकी. I'll say 1-2 things before I conclude. Shamaha samahitatvam cha sadhaneshu shrutam yata. Sadhaneshu means it is indicated in the qualification of the student. Samahitatvam means upasana. And Shama means karma. One point in your life. Sometimes they say, I know that person very well. I say, do you know your mind? I'm not saying control your mind. You know you're a stubborn person. You know you are biased on this issue. You know your negativities and positivities. If you know it, very good. It will be easier to understand the world. That I'm thinking because I don't like, therefore I don't see his qualities. Not that he doesn't have qualities, but because of my dislike, I don't see his qualities. Be ruthlessly honest with yourself. Or I see his goodness only because I am too attached. My son is the best son of the whole world. Although he's a rascal. But my son is there. Talk to the mothers, then you will understand. My daughter is the best daughter of the whole world. There is nobody like my daughter. Learn to know your mind. I have jealousies, I have anger, I have calm. It will be easier. So first step is know yourself. Second step is, after that, know the result of the negativity. And third step is have guilt. And fourth step is, then sadhana comes. Then you will be interested in KY sadhana, Karma Yoga sadhana. If you just take it for granted, well, I'm not angry, I was just telling that. Then you will never be a good seeker. Why? You are concluding, you don't know your mind, that you are a very obstinate person. You don't know your mind. That what conclusion you make, you don't change it. And you don't want to revise yourself also. Because you have thought, therefore you will not give it up now. Not because you have investigated, because you have just thought about it. I should know it very well. It will be easier to live with yourself. Be such that it is easier to live with your mind first. Like we say, no, I cannot live with this person. First, you cannot live with your mind actually. You keep on running inside. So fourth step I said, know your negativity of the mind. Be ruthlessly critical about your mind. Critical, very critical. Each and every mistake you catch it. Like the doctor catches the disease, or the blood test catches all the deficiencies by decimal also. You catch it. Number 2, you know the consequences of that. Number 3, what was number 3? You should have sufficient guilt. If you have no guilt, sadhana won't come. You will be dilly-dallying. And fourth step is, take a vow, I will get over it. That is called sadhana. And these 4 things will constitute your KY and BY, Bhakti Yoga and Gyan and Karma Yoga sadhana. If you have done this, then Ashastri Dvaitam can be tackled. I hope you have grasped it and you are convinced. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.